Hi guys! Today I'm really excited to be showing some techniques on how to do marble nail art in 5 easy steps. So we're going to start off with painting our base. Try to choose a plain solid base color to make your marbling really pop. I'm choosing white here, and remember to subscribe. And just to point out, that helps to do it really nice and cleanly if you just make sure that you go a little bit around the edges but not all the way around, as in don't go too close to the ends. I'm now just doing a second coat just to help to ensure that opacity, again, to just make sure that the manicure can really pop. So now that we've done our base designs, we are gonna be try to stick with really 2 main colors for the marbling. I've gone with a black and white here because it really helps to give that contrast. So we're gonna drop the paint onto a waterproof surface. So I've just used the top of a Vaseline bottle. And now I'm just grabbing a small paintbrush. It doesn't have to even be a nail brush, like a fine, almost like a fine eyeshadow brush will work. Take some of the black color and paint it into the white, but try not to blend it in. That's crucial because what we want to aim for is very crisp contrast between the swirls of the 2 different colors. If you end up mixing or colors, you're going to end up getting gray, and we really don't want that. Do this on your surface rather than directly on the nail. Even if your face layer has dried, adding other nail coats on top, it can cause the previous layer to melt and you will essentially have bumpy nails. So it is best, in my experience, to do it on another surface like this first. So now I'm going to show you how to transfer it. You want to lift the design that you've made. So I did 3 stripes, for example, and then you lift that onto the brush, almost kind of with a twisting motion of your hand. It looks as though I'm wiping it off, but I'm not. I'm just transferring the stripy pattern onto the brush. Next step is essentially to paint that pattern onto the nail, but it's almost, you don't need to paint it. You just, when you've lifted it off the container, you just kind of almost very gently place the pattern that you've already created on the container onto your nail. And what that will do is, again, that prevent the mixing of the colors. So you just repeat that on all the fingers, of course. Now, this is an optional step. You can add a little bit of gold accenting, which I just did to kind of spice up the marble design a little bit, make it a little sparkly. This gold is a little bit thicker, so that's why I'm able to brush it directly on. And if you notice, I'm not blending it into the color. I'm just placing a little bit of that gold, almost gel-like consistency of polish. It's not a normal polish consistency, onto little areas that I would like to highlight. If you don't have this, first of all, I recommend getting it because it's so beautiful and it just spices up all your creations so nicely, and it's so easy to use. And it's quite cheap as well. But if you don't have it, no worries. I think the marbling itself looks quite nice and professional as well. So this is the final result. As you can see, if on a zoomed up image, the actual lines are quite nice, crisp. So yeah, I hope you liked that tutorial. I think it's quite easy. You don't need a lot of colors, really only 2 basic colors. Please remember to subscribe and leave any comments below.